days going into an Armageddon, and they will be playing Armageddon almost at the same time. We're gonna have to be like trying to
I don't think we're taking any more breaks until we have all the Armageddons in the books. And okay, you both picked. Remember, Alireza, as we showed early on to start the day, has a +2 advantage in their career in Classical. I don't know if these guys have a history in Armageddon against each other, but okay, Firouzja, we have a different opening, different game. The first one, if you joined late, was an open kind of Catalan, but this is very different than what we had in the Classical affair, David.
Very different. It's a Queen's Pawn opening, not the Queen's Gambit, because White hasn't put a pawn on c4. He's docked 1 square short, and the White Queen to c2, really rare move, was aimed against Black's bishop landing on f5. But this is interesting from Firouzja. He's pretty much insisting. He's moved the same piece twice now in the opening, breaking some rules that we're taught, but clear idea in mind. Bishop f5 will indirectly hit the White Queen and gain more time. Anna here, Prag's going for the surprise, but he's been surprised himself in return.
Yeah, Firouzja took a few seconds to consider what to play after Queen to c2, but now the surprise, as you mentioned, David, is hitting back almost, and he still goes for g3, so he still goes for a similar setup as you would in the Catalan, being the difference the c pawn, not on c4 but on c3.
But again, Firouzja taking a note out of Magnus and Hikaru's book, playing an obscure approach that throws his opponent off. We already see that time advantage sort of dwindling for White. And how often do you see a knight on e4 and a pawn on h6, around move 5? Like, not that often, right? This is a unique setup, and it just shows you where chess has come, right? These players are working so hard with their supercomputers at home. They know how many positions are playable that break principles, like moving a piece twice, putting a knight in the center. So it's fascinating. I love to see the strategies. Players certainly come into these events with some weapons, David, that they plan to use should they get in this spot.
Yeah, the top players, they have classical repertoires, rapid repertoires, blitz, bullet repertoires even these days, and so many tricks, so many kind of weapons up their sleeve. It's just about when to deploy which ones, and h6, really sneaky idea. Bishop f5 is the idea, but he wants a safe hiding square for his bishop on h7.
And now c4, this is not a good sign when you need to push the pawn to c4 in 2 moves, right? You went to c3 and now you go to c4. Also the time advantage is evaporating.
I love the feature in the chat there. Why is Alireza making weird moves that do nothing like me, right? Well, I mean, Hikaru did one of those. Magnus Carlsen both broke just as many principles, backing up the bishop to c5 and from b4 if you missed that game. So, the principles have evolved. The I for one welcome our artificially intelligent overlords. They have taught us much about chess. It is more interesting and exciting than maybe we thought it would be, 20 years ago. And look at the position. Black has made some weird moves, but so has White, and it's a 50-50 battle.
Yeah, White has lost 2 moves with his queen. He's lost 2 moves with his c-pawn, and I was about to say, normal way you meet any hits on the b7 like that is by offering the queen trade, and big moment for Pragg. He wants to maybe actually force Black to trade on his terms by playing a move like c5, hitting the Black queen. But Black is not obliged to trade necessarily. Black can take on b3, of course, which would open up White's rook, or Black can simply slide back with his queen. I think Firouzja, dream starts in this game for him. He's eaten away the time advantage, he's gained a bit of time with his pieces, and I think objectively doing very well as well here for Black.
Yeah, this has been a very strange opening by both, but I agree with both of you that Alireza has won the opening battle in terms of how
don't know when. But you're right, and again, we called it out, and it's not to call Firouzja out, but I don't think defending technical endgames is where he's happiest, and you really come back to this move King B8 as a shuffle that felt sort of nebulous and irrelevant is actually critical. If the position opens up, that king is not nearly as active as the white counterpart.
Yeah, if you could pick up that black king and plant it on E7, I think you cover all the squares and cover the pawns. You're going to hold this game, but look at this. Prag now picks up a pawn, starts fiddling with it. That's the nerves, that's the calculation.
It's true Boris Gelfand style at this point. Funnily enough, they did make some really good impressions of other players when they had a dinner with Vichy on Chess.com's YouTube channel. I highly recommend that video because this was one of the acting skills actually, like trying to be or pretending to be another player, and Boris Gelfand was in the spotlight with the special pawn twisting.
But now it's ultra. Still 11-12 moves to make just to get that 1 second increment. It's going to be all about the speed of hand right now.
All about the speed of hand, but for Parag, it's all about a position where he's the one pushing.
20 seconds to make, what is it, 10 moves?
Does he realize 20 seconds to make 11 moves?
Oh my god.
That's no increment. That's not very fun. All Firouzja has to do right now is messy it up is what I was trying to say.
Flag him.
And this is over the board chess, he cannot pre-move.
He can't pre-move. Wow, he's winning, but he has to make 9 moves in 15 seconds.
Black's d-pawn is coming.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Oh my gosh. He has rook f7, he's c2 at the end. To guard.
He's got it all under control. The white bishop is coming back to guard the pawn. But, okay, can Firouzja cling on?
This is it. Okay. He's got 5 seconds to make 4 or 6 moves. He's not going to do it.
Gosh,
Prag's going to lose on time.
Oh my gosh.
Prag's going to lose on time.
Just need to surprise him here. Any move, random move.
Any random move.
Maybe Firouzja's going to lose on time. 5 seconds.
Oh my god, dude, they don't realize they have no increment coming. What are you doing? Move.
Still 3 moves to make.
What is going on?
One of them been flagging no time in the arbiter.
Wait, who? Someone's lost on time.
Who lost on time?
I think Firouzja lost some time, but both of them were about to flag. This was a crazy ending to a crazy Armageddon game. But Praggnanandhaa was better and winning on the board, but the clock situation could have decided it either way.
Wow. Looks like Prag might have had 1 second left. The players, the game ended on move 38, just 2 moves shy.